Hey everyone, welcome back to another reaction video from my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a trailer that has been long awaited for a series that has also been long awaited. The original trailer, or at least teaser trailer for this, came out all the way back in 2020, and we finally just today, or actually I guess by the time this video comes out, yesterday, on December 23rd, got an actual full-length trailer for this. So this is Arc the Animated Series Season 1 trailer, and I definitely do plan on streaming some Arc on my channel soon, but right now I'm reacting to the trailer for the official series. Now I have seen little bits of this, but I haven't seen the trailer in its entirety yet. So this will be my genuine reaction to the full trailer. I'll see if I can say what I can about it, but it's going to be at least an interesting series from the looks of it. So without further ado, Arc the Animated Series Season 1. Joe Butler, Russell Crowe, and Vin Diesel, executive producers. So this will be good. I think that's Helena. I think that was the wife that was mentioned in the credits.
Death smiles at us all, and it's time.
To help me change your mind. I can help those people. I can make a difference. You'll be okay. Perhaps we are being punished, and the shadows of our deeds in life have followed us here.
No one knows where or really what this place is. Something to do with the afterlife.
Be David Tennant.
How can I fear death, Helena? I have already died.
Yeah, that is sad.
These are not my stars. And this is no afterlife. If it were, I would see my wife again. I would hold my son in my arms.
Oh no.
There is only one way that we'll come to be in this land of the would-be dead, Helena of the Walkers.
What would I do without you?
There we go. This would be Arc. This is the Arc. Whoa. And I'm guessing... Turtle Bird! Whoa.
You mind not domesticating my dinner there? My name's Bob. This place...
Bob. Okay, yeah, he was one of the...
We should get moving. You don't know how you got here, right? You woke up in the water, washed up on the beach. It was the same for me.
I can't believe it.
Believe it.
Yeah, welcome to the Arc. Okay, there's the Parasaur. Oh, God! Oh, Sabretooth. Wait. Mayan! Oh, that's the Brood Mother! Oh, sweet, that's a tech rifle. So we are going to see tech stuff in this. Although I guess I should have expected that. Oh, jeez.
Humble of a boy's defiance can grow into a threat. Do you not realize what can happen when a man defies the gods?
Wait.
Be free!
Give me 1,000 lives, and I would give you 1,000 deaths.
I'm guessing that was Gaius Nerva.
I'm going to survive.
The animated series. Okay, hold on. Okay, so description featuring an unparalleled voice cast. Yep. Hit video game. Yeah, of course. Human world. On the 21st paleontologist Helena Walker finds herself resurrected on a mysterious island of prime land after tragedy. There she must learn to survive and find new allies or die again at the hands of ruthless warlords, all while trying to uncover the true nature of the strange world. Yep. Will be on a to-be-announced platform in 2023. So it did get pushed back. It was originally said to come out in 2022, and now it's coming out in 2023. So yeah, as for the voice cast, it's got a pretty all-star voice cast. D. Bradley Baker vocalizes many of the Ark's furry and scaly creature friends. Okay, that's hilarious. Monica Bellucci plays Cassia Virla, a strong-willed Roman noblewoman during the Augustan Empire. Jared Butler plays General Gaius Marcellus Nerva, a brutal ancient Roman despot. And if anyone has played the games, he is a big character in the first arc. He was like the main antagonist to basically Helena and the other main antagonist of the first island, or kind of. So I'll get back into the story of the main arc after all this, but right now I'm just going through the cast right now. I did know the cast. I'm just going over it for the video too. Devry Jacobs plays Aliese, a peppy 17th century Inuit teenager finding her place in the Ark. I think we saw her in the trailer. I think she's, yeah, her at 3 minutes 8 seconds in. Sissy Jones, the Gladiatrix, Commander Nerva's army. Madeline Madden plays 21st century Australian paleontologist Helena Walker. Deborah Malman plays Deborah Walker, a 21st century Aboriginal Australian activist and mother to Helena Walker. Yeah. Zon McLaren plays Thunder Comes Charging, a 19th century Lakota warrior who leads a thriving community on the Ark. Pretty sure he's the one who mentions this is no afterlife and all that. And I think that's him, considering basically what we saw in the last trailer. Malcolm McDowell plays Senator Lucius Cassius Virilis, a manipulative aristocrat during the reign of Caesar Augustus. Juliet Mills plays Shava, a wise healer and village council member. Elliot Page plays Victoria Walker, an idealistic humanitarian aid worker and wife of Helena Walker. I think that's the girl who had the blue-dyed hair we saw in the beginning of this trailer. Raga Rangers plays Queen Sigurd, a bellicose 10th century Viking warlord. David Tennant plays Sir Edmund Rockwell. He's another one of the big characters in the games as well. Starting off as one of Helena Walker's greatest allies on the first island before becoming the main antagonist of Genesis 2 and the original Genesis as well. And even Aberration, I'm pretty sure he's the big bad for as well. Yeah, he plays Sir Edmund Rockwell, an egocentric 19th century scientist harboring dark ambitions. Alan Tudyk plays the Captain, a crusty buccaneer who profitably sails the dangerous waters around the Ark. Carl Urban plays Bob, the one guy we mentioned in the beginning, yeah. Recent square-jawed Ark arrival. Jeffrey Wright plays Harry Townsend, an 18th century American watchmaker and patriot spy. Michelle Yeoh plays Mei-Yin Lee, the 3rd century Chinese rebel leader known on the Ark by her reputation as the formidable Beast Queen of the Jungle. Well, technically it just says Beast Queen, but Beast Queen of the Jungle is the title she goes by in the game, seeing as she's a big part of those games as well. Ron Yuan plays Han Li, a 3rd century Chinese rebel leader and brother to Mei Yin. with Russell Crowe playing Kor the Prophet, an eccentric dino whisperer hailing from a time before recorded history. And Vin Diesel, and this is when I said I was shocked to see the tech rifle. I thought that was cool in that scene, but I also wasn't surprised we were going to see tech stuff, considering among the cast is Vin Diesel playing 24th century mech pilot, gearhead, and freedom fighter Santiago da Costa. Considering he's a genius, he built the giant mechs you use in Arc Extinction and a lot of the tech gear originally. I'm not surprised that if he's on the officially listed as a member of this cast, that we're going to see tech gear in this. But oh my gosh, this series is going to be incredible. So, a little more on this, for those who don't know, kind of a brief summary of at least, well, the arc itself has a long story throughout the entire games, but I think I'll give a brief summary because of the story of at least the original island, because judging by from what I've seen, it looks like that's what this is going to follow. So basically, you can find the stories of each arc, or at least the original stories told by the main characters of the games, through the different dossiers you can find around the map. Said dossiers are written by 4 people: Sir Edmund Rockwell, Helena Walker, Megan Lee, and General Gaius Nerva. Those are the 4 main characters from the original game on the original island. Now, people, it gets mixed up, like some being lost. Like Helena Walker continues to be the main protagonist, having dossiers throughout the next 4 main expansions. Which are through the original 4 expansions. So the island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, and Extinction. And then Mei-Yin isn't there for Scorched Earth, but she is there for Aberration and Extinction. And Rockwell does appear for the first 3. Santiago kind of takes over his role, kind of. I don't know. It gets confusing because Gaius Nerva is only there for the first one, but the whole story, at least Helena's story, which is what we're going to be focusing on by the looks of it, she basically comes to the island brand new, and it's like it's a paleontologist's dream, getting to see a living ecosystem of dinosaurs, and she gets help from, of course, Edmund Rockwell to explore this world. But then as she starts to notice, she starts seeing this definitely isn't natural. Things that shouldn't be possible are. These creatures being able to be tamed as if they're dogs instead of animals that shouldn't have brain capacity. Like how you can tame a megalodon. That shouldn't be possible. Or the fact that, there are islands spread off from the main island itself, like the smaller islands, that are either composed entirely of herbivores, no carnivores, or entirely of carnivores and no herbivores. None of this should be possible. Or hell, like, even stuff like the T-Rex being able to walk into like a snowy area and start hunting there, and it not completely disrupting the ecosystem. And because of that, she starts to notice that this place is fake, artificial. It's being repopulated. So she starts looking into it and finding out that this place is entirely fake and that these giant obelisks in the sky seem to be kind of keys. So she wants to try and find out a way to activate these obelisks. And after finding out what happens, people get transported to these arenas where these giant beasts come in. And you basically have to either defeat them or escape. There's no alternative. So she basically ends up going to find Mei-Yin and ask her for help in defeating these things along with her army of beasts, hence why she's called the Beast Queen. And together the 2 of them take on the Broodmother, the Megapithecus, and Megapithecus, but after they exit the Megapithecus boss fight, they end up getting ambushed by Gaius Nerva. And then Gaius Nerva basically uses Mei-Yin, basically kidnaps, he thinks he kills Mei-Yin and kidnaps Helena Walker to find out how the things work. He leads an army into and defeating the dragon, and then they all try to enter the final facility. Almost all of the army is dead, and Gaius Nerva and Mei-Yin have disappeared. No idea where they went. Helena ends up getting accidentally transporting herself to Scorched Earth, but that's where I'm gonna leave off for now. That's basically a summary of the story. Another thing that it seems interesting is the whole part in the beginning. Something that might be confusing for people who want to watch the series but have never, played the main story of the games is the part where Helena basically, and almost like she's, of course, her wife dies from that. It's actually really sad. But then after that, you see she takes it hard. It looks like she went to drugs, basically. Those definitely look like pills on the counter that she had been stuffing down, and it almost looks for a second there like she overdoses, which I'm betting she actually did, because from what they find out later on in, like, Aberration and Extinction, the whole thing with this is the world's gone. Dead. It's completely been destroyed by elemental poison, and it's corrupted the entire landscape, creating like these monstrosities and stuff like that. But in order to prevent the extinction of life on Earth as a whole, a group of people basically made themselves into a new kind of species. I don't remember the exact name of said species, but they're basically living data clusters that can, like, supercomputer, basically turn themselves into AI, basically. And with that, they created the Arks, which are these giant space stations up in Earth, on the Earth's atmosphere, basically, and each of them act as lifeboats with all sorts of different life, from like dinosaurs and unique creatures, like mutated ones too, from like Aberration being a malfunctioning Ark that ended up, well, becoming this full of like mutant creatures and all that, basically. Yeah, I'm getting tongue tied here for a second. Yeah, the whole thing with it going that they're basically lifeboats preserving life and waiting for the corruption to be cleansed from Earth, because it is possible. And then as soon as that's said, all these Arks will return to Earth and deposit life, bringing life back to Earth. But the whole thing with it is the Ark basically looks through history to find people who have died, and then from there it takes a copy of their genetic structure, clones them, basically builds an entirely new body for them, and then sends them up to the Ark. So yeah, Helena Walker, all these people who technically think it's like an afterlife, it's because they did die, and then the Arks, basically the supercomputers, found their bits and pieces of them from history, found a sample of their genetic code, grew entirely new body for them, copied all of their memories to put them into these new clones, and then popped them up on the Ark. So basically everyone who thinks that this is some sort of afterlife isn't exactly right, but also not exactly wrong, because you do have to die to end up on the Ark. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to explore that a little bit, maybe. And the fact that this is the part that I've been interested about, because, well, they mentioned in the first one, the cast. It had some interesting, like, the cast basically, I mentioned Mei Yin and all them, but there were some people there that weren't mentioned on the cast list. Like, I think Raya was the name. One second. I think it was Raya. I'm looking right now, real quick. Explorer notes. Scorched Earth. Oh my god, I don't care about this right now. Yeah, Raya. Yeah, Raya, Helena, Daika. Basically having, well, yeah, the whole Raya being one of them, like characters like Raya from Scorched Earth, or from, well, they did have Santiago. There wasn't any from, there wasn't anything from, like, Diana. She was another big part of Aberration. And of course, Helena, Santiago, Mayin, Diana, the one who waits, which I guess is technically just Helena in this new form. But yes, stuff for them. Like, there are specific characters and all that from like other islands that didn't get mentioned. So I was curious to basically what was gonna happen. Like why did these people not? Why did these people not have voice actors? And from looking into it, yeah, it looks like, and at least with this season, the fact that it's considered season 1 means that this is going to focus on the story of the island, and then I bet it's going to end with like where the island story left off in game, and then we'll get like a season 2 that will be Scorched Earth, and then a season 3 that will be Aberration, and a season 4 might be Extinction, and like go through the whole story of the game and get to see more of it, because, well, at least this 2 Genesis ones were the first time we actually got to interplay a whole story, because with the other 4 original expansions, the island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, and Extinction, all we knew about the story that Helen and all them went through was the dossiers and notes that were left behind. That's it. We didn't actually see it, and it wasn't fully detailed either, because again, it's more like reading a journal to find out what happened. Whereas this show looks like it's going to show us exactly what happened. It's going to be exactly word for word, like, at least that's what it looks like. Maybe there might be some slight changes, make this slightly its own different universe, but by the looks of it, it does look like it's going to be basically an animated version of what happened in the dossiers. Like, what we actually get to see the story play out instead of just inferring what could happen from reading what the dossiers told us. And that looks really good for a series, though. I'm genuinely excited to see what this is going to be.